Hello guys, welcome back to my YouTube channel. My name is Sarah. I do lifestyle content, reality content and anything, nothing, because I'm a proud nurse. So in today's video we are doing a sit down video as I talk, as I'm taking my food. So on today's menu we had ugali and beef. Is it really beef? Goat meat. What is the correct name for goat meat? Because beef is for cows, mutton is for sheep. I don't know. Anyways, I don't really have a specific topic of what I'm going to talk about, but today I just felt like talking and talking and talking about anything. So, but I don't know how I can multitask. Talking and eating at the same time because of table manners. Anyways, so I just sat down and I was reflecting on my life, my back life. Do you know, it just came to my mind that the first time I ever bought anything for myself with my own money, okay, not my own made money, but money I'd been given by someone, but like I saved and saved and saved and bought something for myself. It was a suitcase. Imagine, I was on rotation somewhere, so imagine my whole life I didn't have a bag, just a mere bag to carry clothes or anything. So I had this one bag I had been bought for after high school so that I can go with this to college. You see these backpacks, this, like, they're usually called laptop bags. Yeah, that's the one I used to have. So whenever I used to travel, I would put all my clothes in there, and the ones that will remain, you buy like a sack, but not these farm sacks, these like let me say carrier bags, but yeah, use them to carry your clothes. So the first time I ever bought something for myself and I was so proud of myself, it's when I bought my first suitcase. And it's not like a fancy suitcase or anything, just a normal suitcase. Like, I was so happy. It was like the happiest day of my life back then, cause, like, it was an achievement to me. And when I only got it at 1200, I went to a supermarket and it was on sale or on discount. Like, the actual price was like 3000, but now they were selling it at 1200. Yeah, so I was so happy. I took the suitcase, I went to the house. Like, I wanted to celebrate, I wanted to take pictures. Like, I think I took pictures, but that phone of mine is, I think it got spoiled or something. But I had the pictures, the videos I wanted to post. Like, I was genuinely happy. I was so happy, cause I don't know how I can explain, but when you have really been wanting something for a long time, you just wish that someone could see that you are lacking this and they give you that thing, but they couldn't see that. So you struggled, you saved your money and you bought that thing, and you are now happy. You just feel like celebrating and celebrating and celebrating. Now it only cost me 1200. Now it's coming to my mind right now, like, the things that I have managed to buy right now, and the things that are on my plan, and the things that I'm still wishing to buy. Like, they're so, like, it's like 10 times the amount I used to buy my first suitcase. Like, my seats, like this one, and any other thing. Like, I've really used a lot of money, and I'm just thinking, like, You know, I never thought that one day I could afford this. I never thought that one day I could be living in a house like this or something. You know, someone else can feel like, I know, like, what are you saying? These are just small things. This is not an achievement or something. Yeah, I know it's not an achievement, but like for me, when I was a little kid, yeah, of course, kids are little. When I was a kid, like, you know, the kind of life that we lived, you know, we lived in the mud houses and wars, but that's not the issue. The issue is you wished that one day you'll be living in a house that has its own washroom, kitchen, bedroom, and walls. But I never thought it would be this early. Yeah, I never thought it would be this early. And right now, now that I've already started this life, yeah, I just feel like it came too early, and I really thank God. Like the things that I'm achieving right now, I never thought I would have achieved them. Yeah, for me, like I've started a lot of businesses, and I didn't just start a businesses right now. Like even like 4 years ago, 5 years ago, I used to do like business. I used to sew, you know, these bags, sandals, clothes, and sell to people, and I used to get some money. Even right now, I have plans of buying a sewing machine and to start sewing again, because I think my passion is fashion and design, but also nursing is a calling to me. Yeah, I'm a proud nurse, by the way. Yeah, and I thank God because I became a nurse, because it gave me a name. It gave me a name, and that reminds me of another story. But let's stay in the line for now. I've forgotten I was eating. Hmm? So, yeah, so what I'm trying to say is that I remember when I was a kid. Okay, I don't want to say this story, but I remember when I was a kid, I was living like somewhere else. Then one day I had the opportunity to travel to somewhere else in a big city, and I was just a kid. And you know, when I traveled to that city, like I had never gone there. You know, I think I was like 9 or 10 or 11. So you just know your surroundings. You just know like a your home surroundings, your school, like it's from home to school, home to school, home to church. Like you've never gotten out of that village. So one day I got the opportunity to go to a city, and when I went to that city, you can't imagine the only thing, not the only thing, yeah, it's like the only thing that I wanted to try out, or I wanted to see. You know, when you go to a new place and like you want to try new things, you can imagine the only thing I wanted to do is to go to a story house, story building, and just climb the stairs. That's the only thing I wanted. Imagine, you can imagine, I just came from the village, so as I can experience how climbing stairs feels like. Like I just wanted to go to a gorofa. Yeah, let me just say gorofa. Nilikuwa nataka tu niende kwa gorofa, nipande stairs, ni feel like kumbe hivi ndio watu wao wanafeel wakipanda stairs. You can imagine. Not that hakukuwa na magorofa in our village. I think there was, but because I was small, and you know you can't be moving around the village and everywhere. Yeah, so that day when I climbed the stairs, I was so happy. I felt relieved, like, and then I saw a lot of cars. I saw like a lot of things. I saw, like, I was so happy. You know, the little things, they're the ones that make you happy. So I can just imagine if only stairs could make me come from the village to the city, only for me to see a story building and climb the stairs. Like, where up to this point, we've come from far, and I know also you've come from far. So another thing I wanted to say is that, in my whole life, I always felt like people disrespect me, or they undergrade me, or they underrate. Oh my god, or they underrate me. Until now, I usually have that feeling. Like, some people, they feel like, no, we knew you can't be like this. You just have to be like this, and so on and so forth. When I used to be in high school, oh god, I think I used to be the most hated girl in my school or in my class. I don't know. Yeah, I know in high school I had my own problems. I wouldn't say they were problems, cause I had my own reasons why those things were happening. But I don't think it was a reason fair enough for people to hate me the way they hated me in high school. I don't even want to cry. Let me look for something. So I was saying, like, in my high school, hey, people just hated me for no reason. Like, everyone just hated me. I used to be that bright student in school, and then I was that, like, I was not talking to people or something. Like, I was the quiet girl, the quiet bright girl. So when you're quiet and when you're bright and you have your own mental problems, so when somebody comes to you, oh, we need Sri, help me with this and help me with this, I don't know how it used to happen, but people used to say that me, I don't want to teach them, like, like, I'm bright, but like, I'm keeping the brightness to myself. I don't want to share my knowledge. Yeah, that's the correct word. People used to tell me that I don't want to share my knowledge and what and what. And there is an incident that happened, yeah, that made, like, everyone to hate me for that reason. And I don't even remember doing that thing, but somebody just said, I went to Winnie and she did this and this, and that's how people started hating me. The whole class, the whole stream, the whole, like, I think the whole school just used to hate me. And for that reason, they usually say, like, when you feel like you are downgraded somewhere, you usually find something to make you to outdo, or to make you feel like you are bigger than the way people take you. So, like, yeah, so, like, that's proverb that says that empty neighbors make the loudest noise. I don't know if it relates, but what I'm trying to say is, when I was in high school, I used to cry every night. Not only because of the hate I used to receive in school, but also because of some other issues that I don't think I'm ready to talk about them online, but I just want to talk about the high school bit of it. Like, I used to cry every night, and in high school I used to have a very low self-esteem. I used to have a very low self-esteem. I don't know why. I don't know, it's because in our high school we used to shave our hair. It's either you shave your hair, or if you have long hair, you blonde dye, you just make sure it's neat. So me, I used to shave my hair. So I don't know, I used to feel like I'm not beautiful or something, or I used to feel like, I don't know how I used to feel, but I had very, very low self-esteem. Like, I used to cry every night and all that. So when it was time to choose the subjects, when you join high school, when you are in Form 1 and Form 2, you do all the 14 subjects. Then when you are transitioning to Form 3, you have to choose some subjects that you will do, then you drop the other ones. So when you are choosing subjects, like I chose the hardest subjects so that people can respect me. Just imagine. Yeah, I took physics. Not that I was not good in physics. I was a bright student. I was good in physics, I was good in sciences, I was good in chemistry, I was good in biology. So I took all the three sciences. And I came to realize the only reason why I took them, it's because like I wanted to take, the way people who take physics in high school, the way they are respected. Yeah, I felt like people don't respect me, so I took physics so that people can respect me. Yeah, so if you went to high school with me and you thought I took physics because I loved it, yes, I loved it, but I also took it so that you could look at me and say, oh, this one is taking physics, then like you respect me, you stop downgrading me or undergrading me. Yeah, so apart from that, even outside the school, I think up to now people they just see me like, I can't do some things, and I don't know, I don't really get it. I don't get it why people downgrade me or underrate me like that. Like, some people, I don't want to talk about this, but because it's very deep. But what I'm saying is that me, when I was in Form 4, my whole high school life I wanted to be a hotel manager. But then when I reached Form 4, I changed my mind. Something just came into my mind. I think there was a motivational speaker or somebody who came to our school and they were telling us that if you want to be a doctor, you have to pass biology. But they were not talking about nursing or something. But me, when I reached Form 4, I just changed my mind. Again, I don't want to be a hotel manager, I just want to be a nurse. Now, when I made up my mind that I wanted to be a nurse, and I knew that for you to be a nurse, you must pass biology, and I was doing three sciences. So I started concentrating more on biology than physics and chemistry. But chemistry was just like chemistry I used to pass, so like it was not a problem. But physics, now like I stopped dropping physics from my mind and started concentrating more on biology. Yeah, so even when because I wanted to be a nurse, so even when the KCC results were out, um, I did well in biology than in physics. So I did well in biology than in physics. Then now, when I got out of school and it was time to apply for a course, I applied for nursing. Yeah. I applied for nursing, but the universities that I took, I applied these um this heavy, just like big universities, KU, Nairobi University, and what. Then Nairobi University, they took me, but it was like, I don't know, the course was not like pleasing. It was like arts and something. It was like arts and something. Me, I was not interested in that because I wanted nursing. Then KU, Kenyatta University, they also took me, but it was a pure biology course. What's the name of that course? Botany and animals, plants and animals, botany and zoology. It was like pure biology. But when I took that course, I thought like it was a teaching course. So it was Corona time and people were being enrolled online. The admissions were online. So when I took that course, we never went to school. So me, I just knew I'm studying to become a biology teacher. Then when we went to school, I later came to realize that there is bachelor in a bachelor of science or bachelor in science in biology, and then there is that one. That one's just, I don't know, bachelor of biology or what. I don't know, but they were two different things. So later on, I didn't continue with that KU because of one or two reasons that I might come and say online another day, but not today. When I feel like I want to open up, yeah, I will open up one day. So then I was out of school for like, when I didn't continue with Kenyatta University, I was out of school for like 2 years. Then now I came to college, to KMTC now. Now I did nursing in KMTC. Now I have a diploma in nursing. I wanted to have a degree in nursing, but my points, my, what are they called? Cluster points, they didn't allow me to. But it's okay because I think God had plans for me. Yeah, God had plans for me, and they were better plans. Yeah, because I went and did diploma in nursing, and right now I'm a nurse, and I thank God. So, what's the point of saying all this? The whole point is, I said yes, nursing is a calling. I like nursing. I like what I do. But one of the reasons why I wanted to become a nurse, it's because of the name, the respect, the all that. You know, my own life, I feel like people don't respect me. People, they view my decisions as nothing. They feel like they want to just, I don't know. I hope you understand. So, and some people thought I could never have become a nurse. You know, they thought that I could never have become a nurse. So the fact that I'm a nurse, I really thank God, genuinely. And I'm so proud of myself. I know pride comes before a fall, but it's okay. They should say you live today like there is no tomorrow. You only live once. So if I'm proud of myself today, I only live once. If I don't be proud of myself today, when will I be? Yeah. So the other reason why I became a nurse, it's because I wanted to be respected. Yeah. And right now I think I'm getting the respect. You know, when somebody comes to the hospital and they call you doctor. Yeah. I know I'm not a doctor, but I feel like, yeah, now that's the respect that I've ever wanted. That's the respect that I have been craving for my whole life. Somebody just seeing me as something with value, or something like that. Like you know, like where I am right now, it's not like Nairobi or like the other parts of Kenya, where like people can differentiate between a nurse and a doctor, and they just call you nurse. Yeah. So like in this area, as long as you have even a KMTC uniform or just a nurse uniform, people will call you daktari, and it feels so good when somebody calls me daktari. Even when they call me a nurse, I still feel good. I feel like, yeah, now you respect me. You are seeing me as somebody with some value in this life, because in my whole life, like, I feel like people never value me. People see me as nothing. Yeah. So yeah, I was saying like I just like it that I'm a nurse, because right now I feel like I'm satisfied. I've gotten the respect I've ever craved for my whole life, and if I get a chance to be something more than a nurse, like a doctor, like a specialization or something, like just something that will make people, like will make people see the value in me. Yeah, whatever that thing is, I can do if I get a chance to. Like if I just have to add some authoritative name on my name, like a nurse Winnie Sarah, like Doctor Winnie Sarah, yeah, so that people can just call me that. so that people can just know like this girl, she has some value in her. I can do that more and more times. So again, I just thought of something. mm, I just thought of something. When I was in high school, I didn't have any friend. I can imagine, not even in high school, from primary school, I didn't have any friends. So I moved from one primary school to another. So in my previous primary school, the one that was in class 1 and below, class 2, class 1 and below, I used to have a best friend. I still remember her name, but we were kids then. I still remember her name. I don't know where she is right now, but if I find her, I don't know if like she will still be my friend, or I don't know, because even now I don't have a friend, and I'm okay with it because I've learned to live with it. So my whole primary school life, I didn't have a friend, and I don't want to say the reasons because I know the reasons and they're not very good reasons, and I don't know why it was that way, but it was just that way. And then when I went to high school, the same problem happened. Imagine, in a school of like almost 1,000 students, more than 800 students, everybody has a best friend, or even if it's not a best friend, it's just somebody they can talk to. But for me, I didn't have anybody by my side. Like sometimes, like I'll get into quarrels every time. People used to say that we knew like quarreling, we knew like what. I don't know if it was true, but what I can remember is that like I just used to get into arguments with everybody, even my desk mate, even who like, and then I will end up not talking to anyone, and then I will end up holding grudges and grudges and grudges, and they build up and they build up. So you find like we don't have a friend. Then when I reached form 3 third term, I used to be a performer. I used to get like A's, or when I fail, I get like a B or something. So the guiding and counseling teachers, they noticed that this Winnie, she has started failing. She has started failing exams. Maybe there is something wrong with her. Then that guiding and counseling teacher, there was a female teacher and a male teacher. So the female teacher, she called me and she asked me, Winnie, do you have any problem? I told her, no, I don't have any problem. And I was just crying. Like when I was in high school, whenever somebody would talk to me, I would just cry. And then she asked me, do you have any friend? I told her, no, I don't have a friend. I don't have a best friend. And then there used to be male, the other male guiding and counseling teacher. Now I don't know how these teachers planned that thing. I don't know if it was happening to me only, or it was happening to other students also. I don't know. But that teacher, he started giving me money. I don't know how he knew that I don't have money. I don't understand. But he started giving me money. Like every week, he will give me like 200. 200 to a high school student. It's a lot of money, because 200 we can go and buy mandazi for 50 bob and eat. Hey, my life in high school was like hell, because when it was break time, there used to be these rich students in school, so they used to send me, the high school line, the high school canteen line, the way people, like the way you are congested around the canteen area and you push each other, you fall, you do what. Now imagine the rich students, they used to send me, we need to take this 100 bob and buy for me mandazi, we need to take this 50 bob and buy for me mandazi. So you go and queue with the other students, you travel there while the rich students are in class, so that you buy for them mandazis for 100 bob or for 50 bob. Now when you take to them, now they'll give you one mandazi or two. Yeah, and you get satisfied, you're content or you're contented, whatever. Yeah, like unatosheka, uko like, hey, at least leo nimekula mandazi ya 10 bob, because you were sent by a rich kid and you went and you brought. Now if you're sent like with, if you're sent by 5 people, now you get like 10 mandazis, because like when you buy like for 50 bob, they give you one, they give you two. Well, they just cut away, but I don't think they used to do that. I can't remember very well. Even there is a day I went to buy for someone mandazis. I think it was not mine, it was for someone. Then the bell rang for what? For class time, and we was still there. We were still at the canteen. The canteen was still open, but it was class time. And then the deputy principal found us. And I think that day I didn't have school shoes. I don't know what happened, but I had slippers on. Hey, we were given a punishment. I was not alone. We were like 10 students or so. I think we were told to kneel at the parade, or I don't really remember, but we were just given a punishment. Yeah. So what was I saying? Oh, I was at the getting and counseling part. So the teachers for getting and counseling, they called me, they asked me, do you have a best friend? I said no. And then all of a sudden there was this girl that I won't mention her name, but I think maybe if one day she gets to hear this story, she will know herself. But yeah, I don't have many viewers, so I think like maybe even this video can get like 5 views, 2 views. I don't care, because today I just feel like talking. I can even talk like for 5 hours because I just feel like talking. So then all of a sudden, after the grading and counseling, teacher called me and asked me if I have a friend. I told her I have no friend. So there was this girl in our class who was friendly to everyone. She was like, we have never gotten into a fight with her, like I've never quarreled with her, and like she was just like, she's neutral, you know. They, in every place, in a workplace, in a school, in a church, there is always this one neutral person. She's not supporting you and she's not against you, like she's just neutral. And then all of a sudden, this girl just starts being extra good to me. Like she's just from there, she starts being extra good to me. Like she starts acting friendly. Like even I was a class worker, you know, in our school, like there used to be class workers, dorm workers. So me, I was a class worker. Like in the morning before people go to class, you go and mop the class. So you remember one day I was mopping the class and somebody was, no, I was mopping the class and then she just came. I think somebody was trying to say something negative about me. Then she just came there, she defended me, and she even told me, let me help you to mop. And it's like, you want to help me to mop? And she helped me to mop. And you know how she was a neutral girl. So like she stopped the naysayers. She told them, Winnie is my friend. I don't know what. And people were like, what? You mean this girl? Like this girl is your friend? And she was like, yes, Winnie is my friend. Then that's how our friendship started. Imagine my whole life in high school. When I'm in Form 4, that's when I got one friend. And from that day, she used to be good to me. She'll ask me, Winnie, have you done this? Have you done this? When I'll get into a quarrel with somebody, she'll come and defend me, even if she doesn't know what has happened. Like, she'll always be by my side. It was my first time I ever experienced true friendship. Then now, time for exams came. We did our KCSE, our high school exams, and we separated. Yeah, like everybody went to their home. I think, you know, when you are done with high school, there's this WhatsApp group for high schoolers or what. Yeah, so I think I got her number from there later on when I got her phone. But like that girl was my friend for like 1 year, but it never came to my mind until I was done with high school, and now books were not in my mind, so I had the time to think and rethink my high school life. Then one day I just sat down and I thought, and I said, this girl, like the timeline, when I was called by that guiding and counseling teacher, she asked me if I have a friend, and I said I don't have a friend. Then the next day, or even that day, I can't remember what, that girl became friendly to me, and that's how she became my friend. Do you know, later on I came to realize that girl, she was not just like my friend because she wanted to be my friend. That girl was a friend to that female guiding and counseling teacher. So I came to realize, I think that teacher instructed her, or rather requested her, to come and befriend me and be my friend, so that like I can just stop the overthinking and dropping. My performance was dropping. So I think she was instructed, or she was requested to come and be my friend. Then she just followed instructions. Like, I came to realize that she was not like my friend because she wanted to. She became my friend so that she can just help me overcome whatever I was going through, because she had been told by the guiding and counseling teacher, who was also her friend. But anyway, she was good to me, so I never realized that it was like that until I was done in school. But she really helped me because I was dropping, but when I found a friend, somebody you can tell this and this, my performance came back to normal. And I can say I performed well, or fairly well, in my KCC, so I didn't feel like I just performed well. So then I came to think of it like nobody really wants to be my friend. Oh my god, I don't know what I'm saying. I don't know why I'm saying this, but I came to realize, like, in my whole primary school, I never had a friend. Then in my whole high school, I never had a friend. Then when I went to college, in the first university, I wouldn't talk much about it because it was Corona time and things were online. So that one went just like that. But when I went to KMTC also, yeah, I didn't have a friend. There is no one I can just say like this person was my friend in KMTC. No one. Maybe just your desk mate that you can say like, yeah, you talk to them. Hamjawai kosana. I've never gotten into an argument with them. You just talk to them, or like they just talk to you. But there is no one that you can just claim like this one is my friend, my real friend, or anything. Yeah, and that's my life up to now. I'm always just alone. And me, I started talking to people just when I finished high school. It's when I started being exposed to people, because I was never loved as a child. Nobody ever loved me as a child, not even a friend, not even anyone. So I don't really know what love is. I don't really know what talking to people means to them or anything. Like, for me, you can imagine my whole life, like primary school, high school, I had never greeted anyone. Ati nikutane tu na mtu kwa njia nimsalimie hivi like habari. No, it has never happened. Cause I don't want to say the reasons, but it was just like that. Yeah, and that's how I grew up. That's how I grew up. Like, I was in boarding school. I never stayed with people or anything. Like, I stayed with people, but in boarding school, like kila mtu ako kivyake, you don't have a friend, you don't talk to people, uko tu hapo. So even when I finished high school, I was not talking to people, not even greetings or anything. So when I finished high school now, I came from the village, and I went to Nairobi. Now when I went to Nairobi, that's why I started living with people, yeah. Cause in the village I was living with people, but they were my cousins, kids. Kids, they can't tell you, oh, you've not greeted me or anything. They can't say something like that because you are kids. Like akili yako ifikiria ati mbona yeye hajasalimia or anything. So when I went to Nairobi for the first time, that's when people started realizing that this girl, she can't even greet you. Like me, I didn't say greeting as a big deal or anything. Like me, I will just wake up and start my day, and then people will start saying like, how comes you just woke up, you didn't greet us, you just went out, you didn't tell us, you just did this, you didn't tell us, you don't greet us, you don't do this. Like they feel like, yeah, they feel like kuna wadharau or something cause wasalimi. But how can I greet you? And like I've never greeted anyone in my whole primary life, my whole high school life. I've never greeted anyone. Yeah, like I've never greeted anyone in my whole high school life, in my whole primary and high school life. So like me, I find it hard to greet people, even right now. Like if you don't talk to me, I won't talk to you, because I feel like, I don't know, I'm still learning how to live with people, because I'm used to living alone. In primary school I was alone, in high school I was alone. Nobody wanted to get near me except that one girl who became my friend in Form 4, but I later came to realize she was just helping me, like she was just helping me to cope with that high school life, because I think she was instructed by the guiding and counseling teacher. So yeah, like up to now, I find it hard to talk to people who don't talk to me. I find it hard to just start conversations, cause I just started greeting people like 2 years ago or 3 years ago. Like, plus I feel like I don't want people to get close to me. I feel like when I involve people in my life, because I didn't have people to talk to when I was in high school, when I was a kid. So right now, anybody that comes close to me, like if I talk to you today and you respond well, I talk to you tomorrow and you respond well, I tend to tell you all my secrets. That's the funny thing about it. When you don't have someone to talk to, and then somebody like ajionyeshe ni kama like ako idhaa yako, yani mtu ajionyeshe like they can talk to you. Now I find myself telling them everything about me, and that's what I don't like, and that's why I don't like talking to a lot of people or letting a lot of people in my life, because I'll find myself saying everything about me to them. Like in one day I can tell you everything about myself, and then later I'll start regretting it. Why did I tell this one, this and this? And some of them are secrets, So even now, me, like, I only greet people who greet me. I only talk to people who talk to me. And once in a while, I try to greet those who don't greet me regularly. I just try. Because, I don't know, that's how I was raised. I don't know if I was raised or I raised myself, because I was just in boarding school all through from class 5. Yeah, I was in boarding school from class 5. Then high school I went to boarding school, and in all my schools that I went to, people used to hate me. I don't know why. I don't know if they still hate me to now. Even when I finished high school, and now I came to social media, and I used to be very shy in high school. I was that quiet girl in high school. Until when people see me online right now, my classmates and the people that used to know me back then, yeah, huwa wanashangaa. Najua huwa wanashangaa because this Winnie that used to be quiet, she used to be shy. Right now she's online, she's all over. That's why I post everything about myself online, because like I don't have someone to tell them. I've bought a new seat. I want to feel happy, like the way somebody will feel happy. It's an achievement. I want to celebrate with my friend. But who is that friend? There is no that friend. So it's better I post it online and celebrate with my fans or people who follow me, my followers and my subscribers and my everything. But people might mistake it for like, you like posting everything, you should live a private life, I don't know what and what. Anyway, living a private life and a public life, there is no difference, because you are living a private life because you have 1,000 friends. When you get a problem, you'll go to this friend, you'll tell them I have this problem, and then you'll feel relieved. Eh? When you buy a new dress, you'll take a picture and send to your friend, hey bestie, I bought this dress, how does it look, and what and what. And then when they compliment you or something, they compliment it or something, you feel relieved. You won't have the reason to post it online. But if you have no one to talk to, if you have no one to like to update your life about, my friend, I will just post. Like for me right now, I just post everything. Even when I eat right now, I just feel like posting, because I feel like I don't have somebody to talk to about it. So I better post it so that people can react to it. For example, when I post something on my status, then somebody replies. That's how a conversation starts. That's how I start talking to people. But me myself, I have a lot of things in my mind. Whatever I say is just a tip of the iceberg. I just felt like talking today. So me that I have 1,000 problems in my life, I don't have anyone to talk to. Then I buy a seat and I sit there. Oh, I'm living a private life. I don't know what. A private life, and nobody will even come to my house to see that I have new seats. Nobody will ever come to my house to see that I have new seats. Nobody will ever look at me to see that I have a new dress or new shoes. Cause I'll never go to like a party with a lot of friends. Like I'll never go out with the people. Even if I go out, it's just myself. So like nobody is going to see that. So I have to post it online. The difference between me and you is that you have real people. You can show them how your life is going on. While me, I don't have real people, so I have to post online so that people can see it from online. Yeah. And you know, when I used to be a small child, I used to hold a lot of grudges. I remember I held grudges for most of my relatives. But then when it was time to sit for my KCC exams, I just felt like I cannot walk into this exam room with grudges of over 100 people. I just left it out. I just left it out. And the moment I left it out, I've never been that relieved. I felt like I am so relieved. Like I used to hold grudges. Like when we quarrel with you right now, I can stay for 7 years without talking to you. And that's something I'm trying to overcome right now. I think I'm someone who gets angry fast, very fast. I can't say I'm short tempered, or if I'm short tempered, I don't know. So I used to hold grudges. Like I can hold grudges for 5 years. I can hold grudges for the longest time possible. But when I went to do my KCC exams, I just left them. I relieved myself and I felt relieved. Like I forgave those people, I forgot whatever they did to me, and my life continued very well. Because those are the things that used to make me cry every night. Like you can think I'm lying, but like literally every night I would go like behind the dome penye hakuna watu. I would cry and cry and cry, then I come back, I go and sleep. Yeah. And then what was I saying? Yeah, I used to hold a lot of grudges. But yeah, I wanted to say like, and then when I was in high school, or rather when I was a kid, I used to have a lot of problems and I don't talk to anyone. I'm just there. So they used to affect me a lot mentally. But one day, I think it was that girl who became my friend. I think one day I told her everything and I just felt relieved. You know, they usually say, a problem shared is a problem half solved. Yeah, that's proverb. Is it a proverb? It's very true. You know, when you have a problem and you, you talk it out, you know, you'll feel relieved. Because me, the first day I ever told someone my problems, hey, the way I felt relieved, I've never been relieved that way ever in my life. So that's why right now, if something happens to me right now, like if I'm stressed about anything, actually the first person I'm going to meet, I'm going to tell them everything. As long as it's a person that we I usually say hi to, a person that can talk to me, a person that can listen to me. Even if I meet somebody on the road, oh my god, and something is stressing me up or I had a problem that day, I will tell them. I'll tell them everything. And that's why I don't like to be involved with a lot of people, because I feel like I'll tell this one my problem, I go and tell that one, I go and tell that one. Now the whole Kijiji, the whole village, the whole town will be knowing when he's like this and like this. So me right now, with the things that I have learned in my life, if you have followed this story from the start till now, the things that I've learned in my life is that you should not hold the grudges. If you feel like somebody has wronged you, that's why me right now, if I feel like umenikosea, oh my god, I will just tell you. Nitakwambia to no, don't do this to me. Usinifanyie hivi, usifanyie hivi, na like I don't like this, and like why did you do this? Like nakwambia hapo na hapo. Cause if I don't tell you, walai nitakushikia grudge. Nitakuchukia, grudge grow. And that's what I don't want in my life right now. Because if you have grudges, ni wewe inakuuma tu ndani and you can't do anything about it unless you forgive and forget. So if you're out there na wewe ni mtu wa kuanga na grudges, ama ni mtu wa, when you have a problem you don't talk to someone, you just keep the problems to yourself. No, you should stop that. You should talk to people. You should talk to people. You feel like you have a problem and there is someone you can talk to, just talk to them. You'll feel relieved and you won't hold grudges for people and your life will be better. Yeah, may I thank God kwa place nimefika sai, and I pray that nifike better and better places, and I pray that people get to understand me, wasini undergrade, wasini downgrade, wasini disrespect, wasinione like me I don't deserve this and this, wasinione valueless. I pray that people see the value in me and people understand me. So if you know me, or if you happen to see this video and you usually say like Winnie huwa salimi watu, Winnie doesn't greet people, and 1,000 other stories, yeah, I hope right now you know the reason. It's because it's a new thing to me. Yeah, it's a new thing to me. My whole primary life 8 years, my whole high school life 4 years, like the life I was in boarding school, like I didn't used to greet people. Like greeting people is a new thing. Like after high school, when I went to Nairobi, it's when I learned that, oh, kumbe people should be greeted. Kumbe when you go to sleep, you should tell someone good night. Kumbe when you wake up, but good night I knew because in high school, in boarding schools, when people go to sleep, they tell each other good night, good night, good night. But I didn't know that when you wake up, you're supposed to greet people. Like me, I didn't know, and that's what made me to disagree the with people around me, cause watu kwa plot wanaona like msichana salimiangi watu. Like mimi ukinisalimia nitakujibu, but if you don't greet me, okay, I feel like it's a burden to me to be greeting people every now and then. When I greet you today, I greet you tomorrow, I greet you the next day, then the other day will ask me, Winnie, Suji, how was your day? How was your name? Me, I will tell you all my secrets, and that's what I don't want. So if you greet me, I greet you, or if I can greet you, I can, but I think I don't like, and you can't force someone to do something that they don't like, and also it's because it's a new thing to me. Yeah, it's barely 5 years before I started greeting people. It's like, well, I don't know, but even though you call, yeah. So if you have watched up to this point, thank you for watching. Today I just felt like speaking out, and I've spoken out, and I feel somehow relieved. And when I get time and the energy, when I'm mentally fit, emotionally fit, physically fit, I can talk about some other things, but this is enough for now. I had my food here, ishakuwa baridi, and I don't have a microwave. So let me eat, and make sure you like, you comment, you subscribe, you share. Bye bye. Let's meet on my next video. Definitely nipate yuko ina